Damon at Black Warrior Lures. When you're catfishing, you gotta have a good anchor, folks. You gotta have a good anchor out there in that wind and that current. You gotta have something that's gonna take hold and hold in the wind. Now, this anchor here is a, I guess it's called a fluke anchor, and they call it different names. But when you buy, if you're gonna go with a fluke anchor, it's pretty good in the sand. I've even done pretty well on the rocks with this. But when you buy a fluke anchor, make sure you get something that has this little hollow thing to it so that this thing can move back and forth. Because what happens, I can't stand losing anchors because they're not cheap. And this is a pretty well built anchor. What happens is that angle, what happens is that you want to rig your anchors, have your anchor here, but you want about 5, 6, 7 foot of chain on there. That's going to help that anchor dig down into the thing, because imagine it's going to be pulling up at an angle like that, and that's going to be digging down into the dirt and the sand, and this is going to help it get the proper angle, and your rope will be attached here all the way to the boat. And this is how you do it. A lot of people want to forget about the chain, but get you some chain. That's the only way to really do it and do it right. And also too, what's great about this is that say you're really jammed and you can't get it back, all you got to do is go in reverse. Guess what? It just comes like that and it'll slip right out from under all the rocks. But anyway, so you need a good anchor. The problem is this chain is really loud. This stuff will clack up against your boat. It'll turn the fish off. You have a good bite, and you're just, this stuff clacks and is really loud. So what you need to do, quick tip, is get you some duct tape. Now, I found this old duct tape here in my dad's old truck. And what you need to do is take your duct tape. This kayak fishermen do this all the time when they make chain anchors. Take this duct tape and just wrap the whole thing up with duct tape. That'll make it quieter, and you'll do yourself a whole lot of good by making these chains as quiet as possible. Because if you just let that thing hit down at the bottom, every fish within 100 yards is going to hear that, and they're going to like, nope, they ain't going to bite. You think they're going to bite if they hear that? Nope. What you need to do, let your chains down slowly. But the main thing to get rid of the sound on it is to, you can dampen it by wrapping it up with some duct tape. So now you can get these chains that are already galvanized, they do, but it always wears off. So what I'm going to do is come here like so, and just start right here. Right where the chain is right there. Leave that little bit out so you can get, your, whatever you're going to be, however you're going to hold your chain onto the, oh gosh, this is never always the easiest thing in the world to do, but just come around it like so, and get you some duct tape that's fairly weatherproof, the weatherproof stuff, and the chain is bulky, and the duct tape just doesn't bend so well, so that's just kind of how this thing works. But you just do it like that and just wrap it on around and kind of crush it like that, and you'll be fine. So now we got that started. I think what we're going to do is just disconnect it here. Oh, come on. I guess we're not going to disconnect it here. We're just going to keep on wrapping it around here until we get the whole chain covered in this. And this is to help dampen the sound. Make sure you get all the metal covered up. And depending on how much tape we have, we may put 2 coats on here. Now you can buy some stuff. You see this stuff here? Yeah, it's already twisting up on us pretty well. You see the you see that coating stuff? You can buy that coating stuff and just dip the whole chain in there and use that. But I already have the duct tape, so why not just use the duct tape? So that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going with, because that's what I have on hand. And the whole purpose of this is just to sort of dampen that sound like I'm talking about, because these chains are loud, and with channel catfish, they can be skittish, and you just need to you gotta be quiet coming in there. And I have 150 feet of rope, you know, and so you're 150 feet away when you drop this chain, but sound travels very fast underwater. And so if we can do this to quieten it up, it'll be good. So I tell you what, I'm gonna finish this on out. So we're coming to the end of it now. I hope I have enough to finish it out. I'm starting to run thin here, but that's okay. So we can just keep it taut like that and just do that. It'll wrap itself on around. Okay, there we go. We finished it. So we're going to just go ahead and I guess you could find some shrink tubing that would do something similar. Okay, and I guess that's it right there. That's the last of it. So, all right, and there we have it. We're done. And put that to good use. So now you can see, and it's a little bit heavier as well. So now, again, remember how loud that was before? It's a lot quieter. You just upped your chances for catching more fish just from reducing the amount of noise that you put out there in the water. Okay? And so there's a quick tip on rigging your anchor to reduce noise and catch more fish. Now, if you are interested in catching channel catfish, check out my channel catfish float series that I have on my website, because it'll help you catch more fish, and that's part of what I want to do with this. And so with that, I'll talk to you guys later. This has been fun, and that's good to go. So again, much quieter compared to what you heard before, and more fishing. Good times, tight line, folks. Check out that download. Check you later.